Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your, what is this, mid-month November general reading. I'm Princess India, in case you didn't know. But, I don't know, I feel like I was supposed to say something else there, but this is your general read for the end of November. Going into December, I really feel like I was supposed to say something else. I don't really remember, but, oh yeah, I forgot. You guys may now, I didn't say that in the Cusps thing. Well, I mean, they don't have one, so, I mean, they technically, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, the cards that we pulled at the beginning of the month, now would be a good time for you guys to look back at those and see what that was about. I'm excited to see. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you may want to go back and look at the November reading. And we did our little intuitive messages. So wherever you wrote those down, you guys may want to go back and check that out. But anywho, we're going to check the general energies for you guys for the end of November going into December. Then we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic that I got because of wonderful, Libras and whatnot. So we're going to take a gander at you guys' love lives. We're going to look at thoughts and feelings of you as well as the person that you're connecting with. Then we're going to do a little romance angel. Totally forgot to throw out the dice of resonance with the Cusp people. Where are my dice of resonance? That's a good question. Uh-oh. Where are the dice of resonance? Oh. I got worried for a second. So anywho, let's go ahead and jump into you guys' reading. So, Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for my Scorpios, please, Spirit. Anything that they need to know of utmost importance, any clarity that we can offer them, please, Spirit, to assist them in their regular life as well as their love life. Going into December, please, Spirit. Anything that they need to know, I ask that be revealed in this reading, that we offer them insight into their lives and to assist them in unfolding things for their highest good, please, Spirit. I thank you in advance because I know you're good for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. We got your central energy. I feel like there's like hair in my eyes, driving me mad. Your challenge, your past influence, what is before you. I need more room because these cards are huge. What's above you and what is below you, my wonderful Scorpios. I'm really going to get a bigger desk eventually. Okay, so central energy for my Scorpios. We have caring connection in reverse. So right smack dab in the middle, it seems as though number one thing that you guys are going to be working through or are working through presently is a recent breakup or a connection in which you feel that, the intimacy has kind of died, but I'm leaning more towards a breakup, or we can say breakdown in a relationship. Challenge that we have is a man holding the heart. So it very well could be that someone in this relationship, specifically a male, is not being emotionally available. They could be an emotional manipulator. That's also quite possible. But I feel that the challenge is going to be either finding a way to cope with it or move forward from it. Leaning more towards moving forward from it. Not saying that you should move forward from it, but saying that the energy that I'm feeling is kind of fluctuating towards this being something you're grappling with from like past tense. You know what I mean? So the past influence, whoa. You're a cusper. We have Goddess of the Moon. Your below energy, we have the Magician in the Mirror in reverse. Your above energy, we have Angel of Balance. And right in front of you, we have Contract. Very interesting. So for some of you guys, this is a divorce, right? Or recovery from a divorce. For others of you, this could simply just be a karmic relationship. But the thing that I'm seeing in your past influence is that, and this came up for the Libra Scorpio cusp, was this is like a divine calling in a sense. This is when a person is attuned to spirit and they're called to a higher state of being, and that in the sense of like a divine purpose type of deal. So this is when you have like psychic gifts or intuitive gifts, or light worker, tarot card reader, energy healer, shaman, anything of the sort. Any type of energy divination or spiritual work, right? So what it's kind of looking to me, well, that makes a great deal of sense. So it's kind of like energy, and you guys' life is kind of working ahead of you. And let me explain that. It's almost as if like, okay, there's spiritual energy hovering over you for this new space that you're in, but like in 3D, I don't really feel like you guys have connected to it, or some of you may not even be aware of it, right? Or how to connect to it. But I feel like it's kind of throwing things off balance, because the whole whirlwind you guys are dealing with right now is either a relationship you're presently being in and you no longer feeling in alignment with that relationship, and this whole spiritual awakening that you guys had and maybe not really knowing what to do with that, you know what I mean? And kind of trying to ground yourself in the midst of it. But I see like in your mental space, you guys are you're coming to a place of balance that's also divinely guided because you got a whole little spiritual goon gang in this piece that is assisting you guys in achieving mental balance. But it's a tad bit of you being very emotionally focused right now, but in balance nonetheless. But the main key is here that I think is kind of like this undergirding force that is making things kind of topsy-turvy that needs to be acknowledged, is you re-empowering yourself. So that's what I mean. It's like all of this stuff is going on like energetically, but how you ground that into like a 3D kind of space is you literally re-empowering yourself and being aware of the fact that you are the author and the finisher of your fate. It's like you are the author of your own destiny. If you are in a relationship that you no longer feel like is in alignment with you, or you feel like it's causing imbalance in your life, you have the right to walk away from it. If you're connected to a person that's emotionally unavailable to you, or you don't necessarily feel like it's matching where you're at right now, you have the right to walk away from that, right? Because you're not at the will of life. And I'm seeing that that's like the most important thing with all of this is there's a connection between this relationship and the way that you're kind of feeling underneath it all. And it's just the fact that underneath it all, you're kind of feeling as if you're at the will of the situation, that you're out of control of it, and almost as if you're waiting for the other person to do something before you do, right? So it's being like unnecessarily bound. But all of the spiritual energy that I'm seeing going around you guys is legit the fact that you have more power than you are presently aware. I'm not going to say that, as if you know this already. I'm not going to imply that. But it's more or less you needing to ground this energy with your actions. Let me pull another card, because I want to give y'all something, because this is very, very spiritual. But anyway, your outcome is contract. So the whole key is here. This may be about being legally bound to a situation. You know what I mean? Being legally bound to a situation, meaning you're married or there's money involved. This could also be a business partnership that has gone sour. You know what I mean? And it's almost as if, like, I just heard, like, you need permission to leave. So it's almost as if with the mental clarity that Spirit is giving you, or the epiphany, the revelation Spirit is giving you, in accordance with the mental clarity that you have. So that's free and clear. But your energy, like, in this 3D realm is stagnant, but it's almost as if that's based on a false core belief that you need permission to leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost as if you're unnecessarily obligated to this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a need to come into clarity of the fact that you really have the power in this. So the 3 clarifying cards that we have is Woman with the Heart in reverse. We have Journey, and we have Indecision in reverse. So it looks like you are going to make a decision because you're emotionally unfulfilled. If you are a Scorpio lady, if you are a Scorpio woman, you are at a deep heart level emotionally unfulfilled in whatever the situation is. Because, of course, this is general. It doesn't necessarily have to be love. But this could be in a marriage. It could be in a friendship, business partnership, or even a job. But it's like you have the spiritual clarity to see this, and you're aware of this, and you know that it's emotionally unfulfilling, and it's time for you to take a new path. And I see that you're going to make a choice about that. You know what I mean? And if you are a Scorpio dude, then the only thing that's kind of blocking you is yourself. And it's the same kind of circumstance. It's the fact of feeling as if you're unnecessarily obligated to the situation, whether that be contractually obligated, like marriage, or like, you know, business partnership, contract type of thing, or it's just a core belief system of, you know, I've invested so much here, I shouldn't just leave type of deal. But the person that a Scorpio male would be dealing with is someone who is emotionally manipulative. So it's like, you know that you're not happy here. You're the only person that's standing in your way. You have the clarity that you need about this situation. You know it's unfulfilling, but I do see you guys as well making a decision to go in the direction of something that's more in alignment with you. You know what I mean? But you legit know that this ain't your cup of tea. So, and like I say, for Scorpio men, it's so the same with you as well, with this goddess of the moon that isn't just for ladies. It's like you guys got intuitive revelation about this as well. And it's kind of time for you guys to get in alignment with your path. It's an important decision that has to be made here. And that important decision is really you choosing yourself and your own sanity, whether this be a relationship or a job, right? Because you ain't happy. And we can't be having that. That's not what's hot in the streets right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to pick 2 cards for you. Yeah, it's like y'all are getting a double love reading in this piece. Because this somehow turned out to be love. But this is slightly different because we're looking at what you're thinking and feeling, what they're thinking and feeling. So, Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance in reference to Scorpio's love life, please, Spirit. What is Scorpio thinking and feeling, and what is the person they're connected with thinking and or feeling in reference to love and what's not or whatever. Oh, I just got another message. So for people who are like single, right? So you're not dating anyone at all. The thing that's holding you guys back is a fear from a past connection. So it's like it's a relationship you were in way back when that may have been like very emotionally wounding, and you've healed from that, moved forward with your life, right? But the thing that's kind of keeping you guys stuck right now is like a fear of letting anyone in, because it's a fear of reliving the past. And the thing that Spirit is getting you guys to understand, or wanting you to understand, or hoping that you understand, is the fact that you're projecting a past situation on a present situation. For some of you, it may be someone that you just met. For others of you, it may be, you haven't dated anyone. But the reason why is because it's a fear of reliving what it is that you've been through in the past. And it's important to note that because you've gone through what you went through in the past, it's not the same energy. You know what I mean? It's like back then you didn't know, but now you do. You know what I'm saying? So you won't end up in the same situation. And even in the event that you ended up with someone like that again, it's like you have the wisdom and the knowledge from the lesson that you learned from that past situation. So it's a need for you to kind of deal with this fear that you have of being vulnerable and opening up to people based on a past hurt. Okie dokie, lemon choke. 14 minutes. I'm doing good. I'm so proud of myself. So anyway, for my Scorpio people, first two cards that I have are for you guys. It's what you're thinking and feeling, and then a person of interest for you and what they're thinking and feeling. So first card that we have for Scorpio. Oh, good Lord. What? We have the Four of Pentacles. Restraining yourself. That's interesting. When am I doing that? Oh, well, I mean, for my single person, that totally makes sense. So it's almost like having a desire for something, but it's like you're holding on to old energy. So you're holding on to, so it's almost like you, what's the word for that? It's not masochism. It's like you legit really want something, like when you're desiring something, but it's like you're literally holding, it's like you're abstaining from it, but you really want it. So it's not like you're abstaining and you don't want it. It's like you're abstaining and you do. You know what I mean? But that's intricately rooted to this fear of what happened to you past tense. Next card that you have for what you're feeling, of course, because that's in your thinking space. Oh, well, you feel like it's a new cycle. See, and that's what I'm saying. With these two cards, with the Goddess of the Moon and the Angel of Balance, it's like in your emotional space. Let me show this to you guys. Take that as something I said. So in your emotional space, you feel that this is a new cycle, new energy, fresh, clear, balanced. You know what I mean? Feeling a sense of oneness. But it's like in your mental space, you're still back there. So it's just a need for you guys to kind of have a coming to Jesus moment with yourself on some real stuff and align your thoughts with your emotions, you know, because Spirit is helping you guys get your mental space into a state of balance. You know what I mean? But it's a need for, okay, never mind. I know what it is. Your heart chakra. It's heart chakra work. That's the reason why it's a disconnect. It's like you're feeling something. You're thinking something different. And it's like, because there's a block here. So like the two can't balance each other out. So it's a need to readdress this wound here. You know what I mean? To see what false lesson this told you about yourself. So say if it was like something like confidence, or if it's legit just a fear of opening up, or a fear of abandonment, or what have you. But it's like that's what's preventing you from connecting with people. You know what I mean? Especially if there's somebody in your life, because there's someone in your life who wants to connect with you, who wants to give their heart to you, but I feel like this is kind of like you're not consciously aware of this. You know what I'm saying? You're not really making the 2 and 2 connection that this past hurt or disappointment is what it is that's making you keep this person at bay. It's really a fear of opening up. You know what I mean? That's making you emotionally unavailable. But you're on a new journey, Dag. Never make a decision, let the person in. I said it. Anyway, so for your crosswatcher person, oh, goodness gracious. The Ten of Swords. Oh, poor baby. She shed. She looks so damn sad. So this is what they're thinking about. Oh, well, they're coming out of that with the Ten of Swords in reverse. So with your crosswatcher person, dang, that's really sad. They were a part of a third party and didn't get picked. It's really sad. Or they're crying over a past relationship. I feel like it's like they're trying to it's kind of, well, I mean, you're manifesting it a little bit different, but it's the same kind of energy. It's like with them, they're kind of in their thought space. They're still kind of, well, they're coming out of it. It's like the thing that kind of held them back the most, because I'm seeing both of you guys kind of got revelations on this. This is interesting. Didn't I say this with Libra and Scorpio with the whole karmic relationship? Like, so you're definitely the cusper that's following me. I gotta not do the regular signs near the cusp signs because the energy is just... So there's a commonality between you and this other person, right? So for those of you guys who have someone that you're keeping at bay, you know, or even those of you who are actually in partnerships, this person has been through something similar. They're coming out of it, but like the worst is over with them. So it's like they're already kind of on a path to healing already. But you know, if this is this person in the event that's kind of reaching out to you and you're holding back, it's like you're in good company because this person knows what it's like, you know? But I think, which is very interesting, if this is someone that you're connecting with now, I do feel like this is a tad bit triggering though, because even though they've kind of come out of this space, you know what I mean? I feel like if you're kind of rejecting them or, you know, kind of keeping them at bay, it's kind of bringing them back to that past situation because it's making them think about how the other partner did that. Oh, that's just wonderful when we trigger each other. Isn't that great? Their feeling space is the Six of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. This is a very interesting card. In reverse. Whoa. What is that on her foot? I should probably show it to y'all, huh? I just got this deck, so I'm very amazed by this. What is on her foot? Is that the artwork? The girl looks like she has the mange or something on her foot, or a very bad burn. Anyway, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, there is an equal give and take here. So the gist that I would get from this is that, yeah, this is definitely somebody y'all are connecting with. It's like in an emotional space, they like you feel like on fleek, but you're not sharing those emotions with this person because it's like they feel as if they're giving more than they're getting back, right? And it's putting them into a mental space to where they're thinking of their past situation. You're thinking of your past situation, and that's why you're holding back, but you feel the connection with this person. But it's almost as if this person, they feel the connection with you, but I feel as if almost like they're starting to doubt it because they're open, but you're not. And I think that's kind of putting them into a space of, not necessarily indecision, but feeling emotionally unfulfilled. So now this is the thing that's funny, y'all. I mean, it's not funny, but it's kind of self-sabotatory, to be quite honest with you, because it's kind of like, and I gotta fuss at you a little bit, Scorpio. I mean, or vice versa, however it goes. But it's like with your crosswatcher person and with you, it's almost as if, okay, you went through this situation that disappointed you. So you don't want to open up because you don't want to get hurt again, right? But there's someone who's in your life who's been through what you've been through, right? And they want to open up to you. But because you're afraid of being hurt, you're now doing to them what this person did to you. So it's like you're like almost inadvertently stepping into the role of the person who hurt you in the past. And I know that sounds so bananas, but that's legit what I'm seeing here. And it's like, wow, that's really, that's kind of sad. So there's like I can't say what you got to do, because I mean, it's like a part of you is aware of this, but it's like there's some healing work that needs to happen here, because I do kind of feel like this is like a karmic connection, but not like a bad karmic connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like both of y'all are learning a lesson from this because it's so much similarities in what it is that you guys have been through. So it's like this is like a good connection to where it's like both of you could come out of this balanced and have a healthy relationship. But it's like, I just kind of feel bad for the other person because it's like, dang, you know, you triggering them and stuff, making them think about they look. Well, I'm not making them think about it. They're just choosing to think about it. But I feel like this is like wounds that both of you guys have, and you guys came together to like not necessarily heal heal each other, but it's almost as if spirit is using this situation. But I do feel like it's gonna stay as a relationship though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's rare you kind of see that, because you know, usually when you have karma, you're working out with somebody, it'll end up being somebody that's in your life temporarily and they deuce out. But the thing that I'm seeing is here is like, I think the two of you are supposed to be together on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like both of you are triggering each other's worst fears for the purpose of both of you healing. So y'all probably got a square in y'all chart. Because I feel like if both of y'all heal, this is going to be some revolutionary stuff. Like, this would be like a major life change. Is it like a square in Saturn or something? Oh, wow. And 3 cards fell out. That's very interesting. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Separation time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Don't worry about that if you guys are together, because I've found that this card comes up when people's partners go on business trips. So no worries. And the next card we have is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, I feel like there's some meditation that needs to be done. And I mean, even if you guys do decide, like, you know, mini separation, like not like legit separating, but I mean, like, you don't spend the night at their house tonight and you go home and do a spiritual bath and meditate a little bit. Because I feel like you have a connection with spirit. So that's not really something I'm so concerned about. It's more or less you getting quiet time by yourself and to spend some time in meditation to ask spirit to reveal this to you in detail of like if this is kind of pinging on something and like say you're like, oh, I totally thought I was over that. It's just asking, you know, for the truth to be revealed to you in a way that you would understand, whether it's in a dream or what have you. Because I'm legit seeing this like this is karma. Both of you guys are working out together. But I just really feel bad for the crosswatcher person. Because it's like they're literally trying to open up to you and you feel a connection with them. But you're just afraid. You know what I mean? So, I mean, on both ends, because with it triggering them, that's something that they want to, that's something they need to address as well if there's any remnants of what they've been through. But in the same time, for you too, Scorpio, it's needing for you to do some little heart chakra work. For them, it may be the same because the man with the heart and the woman with the heart are both here. So, you know, it's just y'all just being all emotionally unavailable to each other and stuff. It's self-sabotatory. It's like you're being a little meanie, like the person was mean to you, and that's not cool. We're not about that life, man. I understand you're scared, but geez, but yeah, man, I do see this as karma. Why are they so slippery? Oh my God, help me. Too old for this. But yeah, but I do see this as karma that the two of you are working out, but it's not like anything negative that I'm seeing. It's like the two of you are almost like spiritual catalysts for each other. But it's some past relationship stuff that has to be addressed. I don't want to talk too much about the crosswatcher because, I mean, I'd have to talk to them literally, but, you know, I don't want to be telling you stuff and you be like, look, I crosswatched this reading and this is what you need to do on some stuff. But it is a little bit of triggering that's going on, and I do feel it very important to stress the importance of you seeing the connection between you self-protecting and how you're inadvertently like stepping into that role of a person. And don't take that the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very specific reason why Spirit is highlighting that. It's like you seeing how even though you're self-protecting and you don't have malicious intent and you do care about this person, it's the fact that you're inadvertently doing to them what was done to you before, but you just never saw the connection between the two. So that's important to note there. But, oh yeah, Dice of Resonance. Let me go ahead and throw out the Dice of Resonance. For those of you who don't know what the Dice of Resonance are, it's an art project that I did some time ago, you know? And it has all 12 zodiac signs on it, signifiers of sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, or male or female. And then what role a person can play in your life, whether it's like family, friend, whatever. And then we have another one in here where you can ask a yes or no question. Or it can be, you know, it's probably just yes or no because I have time-sensitive answers. So any of a time-sensitive answer does come out, then you want to take that as a yes. And that being the time frame in which it will happen. So I don't interpret them or anything. We just see if that resonates with you. So we have a rising sign. We have Libra, Scorpio, Cusper, Gemini, family, and the answer is no with an exclamation point. So rising, so they could be Gemini or Libra rising. The answer is no, and it can involve family. That's what the dice of resonance says, and what's not wrong, whatever. So, wonderful Scorpio, that has been your end of November reading. I hope it was wonderful. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like the Tarot of Sexual Magic? I think I'm gonna do a reading just with those one day. We'll see. But let me know what you think in the comments. I love your face. See you soon. Deuces.